to part 4 of how to get started on bass on my series that I've began. In the first part, I talked about how to hold a bass guitar, how to tune a bass guitar. In the second video, we spoke about the right hand technique and the left hand technique. The third video, I talked about the major scale, the number system. So in this video right here, I'm going to talk about identifying notes in a fretboard. You saw the conflict that happened between the bassist and the keyboard player when the bassist couldn't find the key of E on his bass. So we're going to solve some of those mysteries and cover those questions. Stay tuned. Okay, so now we have our bass guitar, and now our task is to identify the notes within the bass guitar. If you can recall from the first video of the how to get started on bass part 1, we realized that in a 5-string bass guitar we have B, E, A, D, G. This is when the strings are open. And then in a 4-string bass guitar it's just E, A, D, G, with the B string being the difference between the 4-string bass and the 5-string bass guitar. And if you recall from part 3 of how to get started on bass, we discovered that in music there is 12 root notes, and with those 12 root notes there's also come what we call scales, which are associates of a root note. So there's 7 notes in a major scale associated to a root note. With that in mind, let's identify the notes on the bass guitar. Because I have a 5-string bass guitar, this is the E string right here, which will be the top string of your own 4-string bass guitar. Because this is an open E, that makes this first note right here F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A sharp, B, C, C sharp, D, D sharp, and E. So we've identified all 12 root notes in the music alphabet. You might be wondering if I made a mistake or not, but if you can recollect, the letters B and E do not have sharps in them. That's why we went from an open string E straight to F, then F sharp, then G, then B straight to C. The pattern applies to all other strings. We've got right here the A string. Because it's an open A string, that becomes A sharp. The first fret becomes A sharp. The second fret becomes B, C because there's no B sharp, C sharp, D, D sharp, E. And then if I carry on all the way to the 12th fret, the A starts again. Again, I've identified all 12 notes in the music alphabet. Try to utilize these markers right here. So let's just pretend this is a 4-string bass. This is my top string. Remember, this is G at all times. And remember, this is A, this is C, this is D. Why is this G? Because it's the open string of E, F, F sharp, G. Why is this C? The open string of A sharp, B, C, C sharp, D. Open string of A right here. So you try to utilize these markers as well. That's how we identify the notes of a bass guitar.
Sing